tonight. We saw she was given a special security escort to Court 6 last night. There were thousands of Filipinos who tried to get a glimpse of the star on Court 6. Hundreds didn't manage to get in. They were, in fact, quite rowdy at times, told to be.
Alex Eala, the Filipino tennis sensation, has just been invited back to Australia by the Australian president himself for a special exhibition match in Melbourne. And let me tell you, this isn't just another tennis event. This is a statement. A huge statement about respect, popularity, and the power of the people. Let's start from the beginning. When Alex Eala came to Australia for the Australian Open, something remarkable happened. Thousands upon thousands of Filipino fans gathered to see their tennis hero. The scenes were unbelievable. Filipinos were everywhere, waving flags, chanting her name, and creating an atmosphere that Melbourne had rarely witnessed before. But here's the issue. Not everyone could get inside. The stadium was filled to capacity, and thousands of loyal Eala fans had to wait outside, unable to watch their favorite player compete on the court. Now, fast forward to today. The Australian president, fully aware of what happened during the Australian Open and recognizing the incredible popularity of Alex Eala, decided to do something extraordinary. He personally invited Eala back to Australia for an exhibition match before her next tournament. This wasn't a WTA decision. This wasn't a tournament organizer's call. This was the President of Australia making a direct move to give the people what they wanted, a chance to see Alex Eala play live.
Last time we saw the record broken for the first Tuesday, set at about 58,000 back in 2020. That has now been broken today, set at about 61,000. So as you can see, just another ripper start to the Australian Open.
And once again, history repeated itself. Thousands of ELA fans marched through the streets of Melbourne, excited to catch a glimpse of their tennis idol. The energy was electrifying. The excitement was undeniable. But despite strong efforts to accommodate everyone, the stadium was packed yet again, and thousands of fans had to stay outside. The demand to see Alex Eala compete is simply that enormous. For security reasons, Eala was escorted to the stadium with government protection. The Australian authorities were not taking any risks with such massive crowds. And when she stepped onto that court, she completely owned it. The fans erupted. The atmosphere was outstanding. And Alex Eala delivered exactly what everyone came to witness. Outstanding tennis and that contagious smile that has won hearts across the globe. But here's where things become interesting and, honestly, a bit controversial. Aryna Sabalenka, the current #1 ranked player in the WTA, is reportedly unhappy about this situation. Here you have the President of Australia organising a special exhibition match for Alex Eala, granting her presidential honours and government security, while Sabalenka, despite being the top-ranked player in the world, hasn't received this level of recognition. Now, let's clarify something. Aryna Sabalenka is an exceptional tennis player. She has earned her #1 ranking through hard work, commitment, and remarkable performances on the court. She absolutely deserves respect and acknowledgement for her accomplishments. But what is happening with Alex Eala is something different. It's not just about rankings. It's about connection. It's about the love and passion that fans have for a player who represents their hopes and dreams. Alex Eala may not be in the top 10 yet. In fact, she's currently ranked 40th on the WTA chart, which is actually 9 places higher than where she stood during the Australian Open. But rankings don't tell the full story. What makes Alex Eala unique is the powerful bond she shares with her fans, particularly the Filipino community, which is massive and deeply passionate about their national tennis hero.
She's had some incredible results and she's beaten players like Madison Keys and Iga Swiatek, so she's the real deal, already top 50 in the world.
And Alex Eala, she's managing all of this with grace and humility. She has expressed nothing but appreciation for the overwhelming support she's receiving wherever she goes. She understands that this isn't only about her personal success. She's carrying the hopes of an entire nation of millions of Filipinos around the world who see something extraordinary in her, something worth celebrating. Now, let's discuss what truly triggered this presidential intervention. Novak Djokovic, one of the greatest tennis players of all time, publicly criticized the WTA for their mismanagement of Alex Eala during the Australian Open. According to Djokovic, the WTA made a major mistake by scheduling Eala to play on smaller courts despite her massive popularity and the thousands of fans who came specifically to watch her compete. In Djokovic's own words, Alex Eala is the greatest tennis player the Philippines has ever produced, and she deserves all the respect in the world. But the WTA, according to Novak, is not giving her that respect. They are not treating her fairly. And Djokovic went even further, suggesting that this lack of proper organization might have actually contributed to her first-round exit from the Australian Open.
That happened. I mean, it's you could argue that it was, maybe a poor schedule, and maybe they could schedule him on a bigger court. Yes, but again, she's Alex Eala. That's been a talk, and which is understandable. There's some players coming from respective countries, like she's coming from Philippines, which is now a big deal. She's been the biggest ever, tennis player from that country, which is a big country. And is
now think about what Djokovic is saying here. He's arguing that the environment in which a player competes matters tremendously. The size of the court, the atmosphere, the energy from the crowd, the lighting, the surface conditions. All of these elements influence a player's performance, especially in high-pressure situations like a Grand Slam tournament. When you place a player who attracts thousands of fans onto a small court where most of those supporters can't even enter to cheer for her, you're not setting her up for success. And Djokovic's criticism clearly struck a chord. It got people talking. It made fans question why the WTA would manage one of their most popular players this way. And apparently, it also caught the attention of the Australian president. Observing the frustration among Eala's fans after the Australian Open, seeing thousands of disappointed supporters who travelled from everywhere just to watch their hero play, the Australian president decided to step in. He brought Eala back to Australia, arranged this special exhibition match, and ensured she had the stage to perform for her fans the way she deserves. But here's what's truly remarkable. Even with a specially organised event, even with presidential support, the stadium still couldn't fit all of Eala's fans. Thousands were once again left outside. This shows just how rapidly Alex Eala's popularity is growing. We're talking about a level of fan dedication that's rare in tennis, something that goes beyond rankings and tournament outcomes. This is the kind of popularity that turns players into global icons. This is the kind of connection that transforms someone into more than just an athlete. Alex Eala is becoming a symbol, a representation of Filipino pride and excellence on the global stage. And that's something that cannot be measured by WTA rankings alone. Since the Australian Open, Eala has been working hard, sharpening her game and climbing the rankings. Moving from outside the top 50 to 41st is meaningful progress. And it proves that she's not just popular, she's also evolving into a truly strong competitor on the WTA tour. But what this entire situation really highlights is a gap between how the WTA approaches player management and what the fans actually want. The WTA operates on a system of rankings and seedings, which makes sense from a competitive perspective. But when you have a player who draws crowds like Alex Eala does, when you have someone who can fill stadiums and generate excitement that benefits the whole sport, maybe there needs to be some flexibility in how such players are handled. The Australian president clearly understands this. He saw an opportunity to bring joy to thousands of people, to celebrate a rising star, and to show respect to a player who has earned it through her connection with fans. The fact that Aryna Sabalenka might not be pleased about it is understandable from her point of view, but it also misses the bigger picture. This isn't about diminishing Sabalenka's accomplishments. This is about recognizing that tennis is ultimately a sport for the fans. And when the fans speak this loudly, it's important to listen. Alex Eala's journey is only beginning. At 40th in the world and rising, with the kind of fan support most players can only imagine, and with legends like Novak Djokovic calling for her fair treatment, the future looks incredibly promising. The Australian president's decision to welcome her back to Melbourne is more than just a kind gesture. It's an acknowledgement that something special is unfolding here and that Alex Eala deserves to be celebrated not only for her current ranking but for what she represents and what she is becoming. This is a new chapter in tennis where popularity, connection, and cultural impact matter just as much as rankings. And Alex Eala is writing that chapter with every match she plays.